in January the 22nd, I guess the Lord had me in the right place, the right time, with the right commitment. I was president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And then we had agreed that, and I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed, after they signed their names to a petition, that we were going to march as a teacher group. And so on January 22nd, we met at Clark Elementary School here, which was the school where I attended the first grade through the sixth grade. We met upstairs, and we marched double file. My partner was my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade science teacher. His name was Mr. A.J. Durgan. He was the incoming president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And we led that march, teachers, for the first time in the United States, coming down the steps of Clark Elementary School, down Lawn Street, down to Alabama Avenue, down to the courthouse. Teachers, for the first time. Getting down to the county courthouse, that was standing next to the steps, the superintendent of education, the chairman of the board of education, to persuade me, because I was a teacher, to take the teachers back to the school, because we had made a point, and that no longer should we try to pursue that right from that particular point. And I told them we had a right to be at the county courthouse. It was our courthouse. We were not backing down from our right to be there. And I asked the superintendent and the chairman of the board, who signed my check, to step aside. We went up those steps. Jim Clark had his deputies across the door, and he indicated that we were trying to make a mockery out of his courthouse. And we indicated to him that that was our courthouse also. He gave us 1 minute to move off of those steps. At the expiration of that minute, he took the billy club and jabbed us down the steps on the sidewalk. And my partner, Mr. A.J. Durgan, who, as I said, was my teacher, he was not quite used to that stuff like I was. And he asked me on the ground, he said, "What shall we do?" I said, "We are going back." He said, Yeah. And so we went back the second time. We jabbed down the steps after a minute, and he asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer, and he gave me the same response. The third time we went, I really was trying to get all the teachers arrested because teachers were not aware of the tremendous influence. They were the largest black professional group here in Dallas County. And so after going back the third time, he said, "If you don't go up these steps," Jim Clark said, "we're going to arrest you." I said to myself, exactly what I want you to do. And so at about 45 seconds before that minute expired, someone on the inside of the courthouse came and pulled him on the inside of the courthouse door and said, I didn't go in there with him, but I can imagine what they told him. For goodness sake, don't arrest those teachers.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? First of all, can everybody hear us? It's the Lineage Podcast. We are here. Thank y'all for joining us in this Thursday. It is a great Thursday. And we appreciate y'all joining us. Me and my brother, we take pride in doing this every week.
Yes, sir.
It's a joy. It's a joyous occasion. It's Thursday. Now, before we really get anything, y'all know I got to pay bills. You know that's how we do it.
That's right.
If you do not have self-sacrifice, please get the book. It is a great read, the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, written by himself and Miss Kathy Walters. Please, man, get that book. It is a great read. It's great reviews. If you haven't booked the tour,
book it.
If you haven't booked the tour, then book it. You can go to fdreesefoundation.org
Yes, sir.
And go ahead and book that. We're trying to make sure we got the sound right. When people say it's not an echo, so we good.
Go ahead. It's on the pair.
History on the Perry. You want some history on the Perry? FB recently noticed some of your sayings. We trying to expand that. We got some good things coming up with history on the Perry too. We're gonna insert into it, maybe some giveaways. We're gonna put some discounts on shirts. Listen, man, we got the whole FB Reese experience that we're putting together for y'all now.
I got one more phone.
Go ahead.
First 5 principals, teachers, it don't matter who contact me. I'm coming to speak to your school for free. Talk about FD.
That's big.
Let's go.
That's big.
First 5 now. I do it every year.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give back. The first 5, I'm coming to you for free.
First 5.
If you're in Atlanta or Selma or the metro area, that means Montgomery, Birmingham, Atlanta, Cobb County, DeKalb, all that area. I'm coming. We coming.
Now, what I will say, I appreciate everybody in the comments on all our shows. We get more comments. That means y'all are very in tune to what we got going on, so appreciate it. But we got some more things that's coming along the way. But before, now one thing we like to do is we've been concerned about the black family and black people as a complete whole family.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. We concerned about it. We talk about it monetarily. We talk about it in other ways. How can we push forward? We also want to stay on our people about health. We also have to stay on our people about health. So we have an RN nurse, and she's none other than the wife of very own Mr. Allen Reese.
Come to do what I tell him to do.
So, of course, she knows knowledge about our health and what to do. Anytime I'm sick, I got to give credit. I go to something like, hey man, I'm feeling this or this hurting, or you know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, it might be this, it might be that. And 9 times out of 10, what she's saying, most of the time it be right.
That's right.
So I gotta give her credit so she knows what she went to school for, so it's legit. So one of those times, so without further ado, we're gonna bring Miss Kimberly Reese in and let her start us out with a good health tip and health information. So here we are, Miss Kimberly Reese, take it away. Let me make sure. See if you can unmute your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now you're ready.
Okay. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Hello? Okay, so today's topic is vitamin D deficiency. First, I'm going to start by explaining what vitamin D is. Despite its name, vitamin D is actually an essential fat-soluble hormone that is produced in the skin, and it responds to sunlight exposure. This makes it known as the sun vitamin. It can be also absorbed from supplements and foods such as salmon, egg yolk, fortified milk, and yogurt. Researchers suggest that vitamin D plays a major role in maintaining the immune system, supporting healthy bones and teeth, preventing heart disease, multiple sclerosis, and certain types of cancer, such as colon cancer. The recommended daily amount of vitamin D is at least 400 international units for children up to age 12 years old, 600 international units up to from ages 12 to 70 years old, and at least 800 international units for ages 70 and older. As you know, I'm going to bring up the statistics for African Americans. 70% of Americans of color, including Hispanics and Blacks, are vitamin D deficient. More than, let me see, the more melanin you have and the darker your skin is, the more vitamin D the skin required. Vitamin D levels can be checked by going to your local primary health care provider by drawing blood levels. The normal ranges for vitamin D is 20 to 40 nanograms per milliliter, and other sources suggest that the normal vitamin ranges are 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter. If you have vitamin D, if your vitamin D levels are low, your primary health care provider may give you a prescription of 50,000 international units of vitamin D to take once a week. They may also encourage you to take over-the-counter supplements daily, with the dosage ranging between 1,000 to 5,000 international units.
So Ms.
For the
Reese,
tip of the day, just hang out a little bit more in the sun.
Ms.
Get your
Reese,
fortified milk, yogurt, all of that involves vitamin D. And that's all I have for today. That's your tip for today. Thank you.
Ms. Reese, I got a
Yes.
quick question for you.
What's the
So
question?
the saying that we need to stay out the sun or we're gonna get black, we need to kind of turn that around, right? Because
Yes,
what you're telling
that's
me
what
is
it is.
that, huh?
You're correct.
So I need to go out there in the sun and get black, right? Let the sun
Yes.
hit my skin.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we need to tell our people. Stop telling these kids to come inside and not be in the pool and stuff because if they gonna get black. We need to encourage them to be out in the sun so they can get the natural light, right, from the sun. Because we know sometimes we can agree. Sometimes pills and things we take over the counter, those are kind of synthetic drugs, and it's really not natural, and it has a little side effects. But the best way to get our vitamin D at its proper level is the sun, if I'm correct.
Yes. Hang out 20, 30 minutes out in the sun, and that's the natural, most efficient way to get vitamin D.
So basically, y'all, she telling y'all take y'all kids outside and y'all take y'all butts outside and enjoy that sun in the morning or in the evening. Well, Ms. Reese, I really appreciate you coming on here on the show, and we looking forward for your tip next week. Appreciate it. She froze.
Okay, it's saying it's echo just on my mic. So what I try to do is I'm just try to, if y'all can hear me say cool, I'm gonna keep my mic muted and I'll just talk a little louder so y'all can hear me through my brother's sound. They said it was just on mine, not on yours. So that's a good thing. We're gonna keep it rolling. Y'all just keep us in tune with it, see what's going on. We have a great show lined up today. Today's topic is called, if y'all didn't see it, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, B.I.B.L.E. A lot of people use that acronym for let me check in with my people. Okay, it's better now. Okay, a lot of people have used that acronym for B.I.B.L.E, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. And what I want to do is play this. Let me see. We hear you good. Okay, cool. I appreciate y'all helping me. We can hear you good now. Bet. There we go. A lot of people use this acronym when it comes to the Bible. What we want to really do today is are the ministers and the believers, are they preaching and receiving the word as it is, or are they putting their own spin on it to make it feel good, for lack of better words? Now let me play, before we get into that, I have to play this video. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen this video circling on the internet. I have to play this because I want y'all to see what kind of rhetoric is going on. Rhetoric. What kind of rhetoric is going on? That's a great use of vocabulary. Now, before I got to say this. We have a special guest today. We're gonna bring him in, but not right now. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna bring him in. This dude is fam, man. Because he gonna want some of that conversation. He gonna want some of the conversation. Trust me, he gonna want some of this conversation. Because he's very well-rounded in knowledge. One of the most down-to-earth, grounded dudes I know. If you want to talk about God, he gonna give you that. If you want to talk about the streets. He knows something about that.
That's right.
He lived a life.
Entrepreneurship.
He gonna get in about that. If you want some tips about loving your lady, he gonna help you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he well-rounded. Here. So, but before we go there, let me play this.
Followers, please go to the Lineage page on YouTube. You will see the show in its entirety. Please go to the Lineage page on YouTube. Appreciate it and roll tide.
Let me see if I can. I want y'all to see this.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me.
Let me see. I don't want to act right now. Here we go. Matter of fact, hold on, let's see. I'm going to try one more time. See if it act right. If it don't, we're going to move on. Here we go. Y'all have to see this.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
Boy, hey man, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know how y'all feel about that. It ain't about that, man.
Hey man, we gotta get these false prophets out the pool.
It ain't about that.
That's what I would say. I ain't gonna hold my tongue on this. We as ministers decided to answer the call because God called us to preach. It's not what the people do for us, it's what we can pour into the people. And too many times in today's time, these pastors, and it's not all of them, but it's some of them, I'm going to call them out, stop getting up there talking about what the people not doing for you. Because it's not what the people doing for you. What you doing for the people? What are you pouring out for the people? To the people. So they can leave and have something tangible in their heart and their soul that can change their life. Not talking about some darn watch.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. Before we get in it, let's bring our face on, man. Let me go bring your face on in here. This is fair right here, man. Let me get that tick out of the box.
Grip, turn his camera down just a little bit.
Yeah,
there you go.
Listen, hold on. Make sure his mic ain't muted. Make sure everything works good. Man, I don't. This crazy. Okay.
I had a headphone, man.
You can hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with y'all, brothers. What's that? Good, baby.
Okay, Grip Eats. Hold on, let me bring the brand up, man. I got to give you respect. We're gonna put that on at the top.
Got to put some respect on his name.
Got to put some respect on it. We got to put some respect on his name. The Black business this week is and let's say this. He is our first live guest ever of the show, man. So that's much love.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like fam. This is like fam to us, man. We've been knowing. I don't know. You may know him as Melvin Brown. You may know him as Deacon Minister. He wear a lot of hats. The head chef, the CEO.
Yeah, yes sir.
The married player. You know that smooth with. Yes sir. So first of all,
go to YouTube.
Yeah, we honored to have you on the show, man. Good to eat. Y'all know it's located at 1747 Metropolitan Parkway, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia 30315. You know what? Before we get into the topic, let me just ask you about your business right quick. Just a few questions, if you don't mind. Um, why did the name? How did the name Grips, Good Eats and Sweets come up? Like, where did that name come from?
All right, before I get into that, man, let me
Yeah.
honor my brother, man. I honor y'all, man, tonight, man. I'm honored to be y'all first guest, man, on this hot podcast. You know what I mean? I don't take it lightly. You know what I mean? Y'all, boy, no, it take a lot to get me nervous. Y'all brother had me nervous for a minute, man, and I love y'all. That's the respect I got for you, man. I love y'all, and I'm honored.
Love you
You
too,
know,
Love
man.
you too, bro.
get in the grip. I just want the folk to see what's going on here, man. I want y'all to
Yeah.
see what's happening right here. We got two brothers running with a legacy of their grandfather, and you got one brother running with a legacy of his father, man. This
That's right.
history, man.
There's history right
This
there.
you talking about catching the mountain. You talking about passing the torch, man. And
That's
I'm
right.
honored, as I was telling your big brother the other day, I'm honored to have been in the presence of your grandfather, a great man of God, great man. And
We
y'all,
appreciate
and
that.
I love how y'all have just picked up the torch, man, and you're towing it. But that's enough
I
about me,
appreciate
man. I
it.
love y'all, man. I had now do that video. We gonna get to it. I had to take my hat off, man. I had to put my hat back on. And man, I throw my hat, baby. Give me my hat back. But man, Grip came by way, man. As my father passed in 2019. So
Okay.
when my son was very young, my son had just got out the military. My father, he was very big on me raising my boy the right way and shifting his mindset. So I thank God that his biological mama could gave him to me and my wife when he was 7 years old. So I didn't want him to come a byproduct of his environment. Because that what happened to that man when the father really ain't present. So when my father passed, he had just got out the army, my son. He was like, and he called me one day, he pinged me and my wife. He said, Pop, meet me at this place. Cause he sell shoes. He sell shoes. He was known at the shoe plug. So we went over there to a spot, man, and we walked in there. Wasn't nobody in it. And we walked through it. We got to the back of it. He was like, Pops, I got a proposition to buy this. I was like, well, son, we don't know nothing about this. I'm 20 years in a garbage man, you did. And he was like, Pop, you don't have me in church all my life. How you know God ain't blessing us? Knucklehead, I ain't know you were paying attention, but you making sense now. So we went in the blind, not knowing. First, we just went in off a bunch of hype. This is a young man, 25 years old, want to buy a restaurant. Let's see what goes. So I like, okay, I'm gonna support you. So we got in, and me and my wife went on back to work. Him and his biological mom and siblings came in, and didn't nobody know nothing, but everybody had good intention.
That's
But it
right.
was it was it was new to, but we had good intention. So it took. He called me one day. He said, Pop, let's sell it before we lose out, cause we everywhere. I said, no, son. And God was shifting me, but I didn't know it. God was shifting me. Because I had been 20 years here. I loved it, my job. Loved it what I did. I had a knee replacement. And I said, son, give me a minute. Give me next week. And I took my laptop over there. And I started to say, I said, let's just put some shit in order. Because one thing I didn't want us to do as a black family, they look for us to fail as business. And matter of fact, if you Google starting a business, it'll tell you don't have family, especially if you a black family.
That's right.
But I want
That's
to
right.
break that, I want to build a brand, man, because if them Chinese folk next door, we can do it.
That's
Only
right.
thing we needed was some structure and order. So that's all we went and put in. And God gave me the wisdom to put people, hey, wife. already retired. We were running a tractor trailer. Baby, go to school to get safety service so you know what's going on the kitchen. God had blessed me with some partners who had coming over getting us knowledge. And so, but I still hadn't bought into it, but I wanted to have his back. So it was getting time for me to go back. So I'm like, I'm here for God. God, what you gonna have me to do? I know I'm my job, but then this my boy, and my father told me to watch out to him, man. I didn't want to set him up for failure, man. You know,
Right.
so it took me a minute, and God kept shifting. He kept shifting. I had partners coming over, ministers coming over to the spot saying, "Man, this what you ought to be. This it." But I wasn't in it for the hype of glory. I need to be what God had me to be. And see, sometimes that's how we let things pull us out of place. So one day, my pastor, y'all know my man of God, Pastor Dole
That's
came
right.
by.
That's right.
He said, man of God, I know this man watches over my soul, and glory to God, give me honor to my pastor this morning too if they watching.
Amen.
He said, man of
Amen.
God, God had you to be, man. And then it didn't take me much because I had been on them folk job for 20 years, building a brand. So what better way is to team up with my boy, to team
Mm-hmm.
up with my son? And I trusted God too, man. I
Right.
trusted God enough to see. I went to that job. What did Alan? I went to that job with a motto saying, "Your job determines your income, but God determines your outcome."
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, God, I've been up on it. I've been on this word saying, "Trust you, believe." Okay, you're enough. I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm with my boy now. Man, I walked away from 125, 130,000 a week, 30,000 a year to be beside him to see that he prospered.
That's
See that
right.
he see, man, and he have became my he always been my young king, my king of my heart. Now he my partner, he my son, he my business partner, advisor, he my marketing executive. You know what I mean? And all these
That's
titles that
right.
we got hold with each other, he still value a voice as a father.
That's man.
That's the
That's
key thing.
important.
He
Mm-hmm.
still value my voice as a father. I don't care how many private jets you see him on or how he moving. Pops will always call and say, put this in order. That ain't a good look. Yes, sir.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
man, and it's just a God thing, y'all. I appreciate y'all
Yeah.
support, man. That what God to do, man. When you fully trust him, y'all see what God doing in y'all life, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
right.
God to
Yeah.
do. That
That's what he'll do.
the spirit of grandfather hovering over y'all, man. It hovering
Yeah.
over y'all. So I can bless the Lord, man, and we trust him. This fool been around, and I just kept my ear to some people who I know had a connection with God. I do call Pastor Nita, I call her my spiritual advisor. When
There
it
you
got
go.
Mm-hmm. There
rough
you
with me,
go.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It got rough being an entrepreneur
Oh
coming from
yeah.
uh, coming from 40 hours a week, knowing everything will go be right. Now you coming to this familiar place. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't I cooked the wife for Ed, but that was some scenes from y'all there. Y'all got but other than that, man, it was foreign to me. Sometimes God will be preparing you for some you ain't wasn't even on your list, man. But
That's
when you
right.
Yes,
track it,
sir.
you'll see what he was teaching you. He giving you everything you need for that foreign place, a place where you thought was foreign. No, because he gave me the skills when I was at that job, how to deal with people. And
Mm-hmm.
I had a heart for uplift business. Everybody God don't brought to me on had issue, Alan. It been like the church, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? At times on cried and folk don't let you down and then I said do it some. So now I'm finding myself running a business plus in the meantime of running a business uplifting people's lives.
That's right.
Because they
That's
stopped and
important.
brought me gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
and
who
see, that's
gave to
what,
me got a passion to do throughout their life. Throughout their life,
right. And
their
see,
passion been damaged by people didn't know how to treat them. So now they come to me. Now I gotta go in there through all that mess and disappointment and letdown.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go and move all that stuff away and put a love foundation there and build them up
That's
where
right.
they've been tore down, where they've been forsaken and cast to the side. Now I gotta love some more.
That's
Now,
right.
now I see where I'm giving them to a point where when they want to get paid every day, now they can wait the end of the week and see
You
what they
bring
worth.
you put structure in their life.
Yes,
That's right. You put
yes.
structure in their life.
It was time I wanted to give up, but I used to tell my wife it wasn't about me. My pastor Nita would tell me, hold it in the road. Now, see, you just don't
mhm.
understand. I ain't worked I ain't had to do this over there, and I got paid good. She was like, son, hold it in the road. Or
That's
God
right.
wouldn't have called you, hold it in the road. And so now that's our
Mm-hmm.
motto. It's hold it in the road. Anything you know God don't gave to you. And even sometimes it don't line up with your vision or how you see it's supposed to come. If you hold it in the road, you'll end up seeing it come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
see,
but
So
hey,
but
man,
go ahead.
but guess what?
we in our third year.
Third year, okay.
We're in our third year now, looking for a second location, man. At first, I was like, this is enough for me, but I didn't want to limit what God wanted to do.
That's right. You keep
I didn't want
expanding.
to limit what God wanted to do. Because see, what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing now, it's a legacy. It's for my children now. It's for grandchildren now. Grip that my
Mm-hmm.
Right,
father, man, ain't known around the world now.
right. And
Mm-hmm.
see, I was gonna ask you, the last question I was gonna ask you was, but I already know from what you explaining is what sets your business aside from the rest. Now I seen the red carpet. I seen the
Let me tell
red
you,
carpet.
hey, this what
But
this has been my
by you
thing.
explaining what sets your business aside is how you carry yourself. You a God fearing man, and when they come in there, they just not getting no food. They may get prayer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So what
I
sets your
knew.
business aside
See,
from the rest?
God, God knew I love people. See, and see
Mm-hmm.
what the video you just showed. See, we've been in the pulpit, ministers, and we
That's
know the
right.
pulpit. The pulpit is somebody pulling people up. You don't tear folk
Mm-hmm.
down from the pulpit.
That's right.
I was very sure about that. You pull people up, man. So that what God using for me, man. I got young brothers over there, man. I get to even tell them, man, hey, don't walk in front of you in the door for your young lady. If they that
There
little
you
seed
go.
out and drop in a little man, that helped me. That
Mm-hmm.
helped me. So and I love people, man. We only just we making relationship with people. Cause see, so many times as black people, we come and patronize with each other. We don't get treated that courtesy that our dollar means something. I
That's
appreciate you
right.
coming spending your money with me. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to get in your bed. I want to know your name. I want to know how your day was. I want to know how you doing. You know, and hey,
Mm-hmm.
man, they look for the camera when they come to grip now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want
Right.
to be in the mood, but I don't want. I want and I tell them everybody famous when they come to grip.
There you
Nobody is
go.
exempt. Nobody
That's
is
right.
exempt. I don't care. I don't care how you smell like weed. I don't care if your pants to your knee. You still a young king.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay,
still
good.
a king.
One, I know you gotta go, right? But I gotta ask you one thing about our topic, if you don't mind. And I'll just go off the top. What do you think the church can do now in this present time to get the young hearts back to God?
What the church can do right now is stay the church, stay in the word, do the Bible, do the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
See, but what the church is trying to do now, they run into the culture, but let the culture run to the church. You ain't
Mm.
got to sway. You ain't got to do it over. Just do the word. Stick to the word, man, and draw them now closer to God. Get their heart. Let me tell you. This how I did a young man. I try to target the heart of people. I met a young man outside the store one day. His pants were down to his knees. But I know he don't heard pull your pants up before. He don't heard that before. So when I came out the store, I told him, I said, young man, you go be somebody. He said, no, you ain't. I said, I'm telling you, the God told me to tell you go be somebody. And I went on about my business. As soon as I got in my car, he was putting the pants up. So we ain't always gotta target the thing what they doing, target what they want to hear, man.
That's right. That's a good one.
I'm gonna put a knot pulling his pants up, but I just told him he would go be somebody. I ain't telling him to put his pants up. I said, young man, you go be somebody. So the church now, I hear so many OGs said, I stay out these young people way. No, that's how they got lost. And we always saying it's a lost generation. If they got lost, who lost in the generation before?
That's right.
It's time,
That's right.
it's time to get in the way. It's time to get in these young people's way. I had another encounter with a young man at the store. He had an encounter with a young man. The other young man ran out the store. He told his 70-year-old sister, tell grandma to send me my file. The little bitch started crying, but she was going up there, and I called him outside the store. I said, hey, man, you heard what you just did. Now, if you send her up there, and her grandmama give her a pistol, and let she come back down here and kill somebody, you got 3 lives you don't messed up. You want that?
Come on, man.
You want that? You know, OG, you don't understand? I said, no, you don't understand. You finna put your little sister and your grandma life in some stuff you got going on. Take your sister home, man. All right, OG.
That's right. There you go. That's ministry right there. That's the gospel.
That's ministry.
That's ministry.
That's ministry.
Mm-hmm.
It's ministry.
That's,
we
that's
take
facts.
what we get from the church on Sunday, we implement it in our jobs, in our daily lives.
That's right. That's right.
Church don't stop when church over. Church start when you get to work, when you go to Walmart, when you out about your business, you still gotta be in disciple mode.
That's right.
You still gotta be in disciple mode.
That's
People
right.
want to be lifted up now. Now, and if you can go to the church and get towed down, that's a shame for God, man. But I gotta blame the people for it. I gotta blame them because see,
come on with it.
Social media made it so able so everybody got a platform now.
That's right.
You got folks, the platform ain't been gutted, ain't sent out no season somebody and let somebody call they gift and they just out there.
They're just out there.
God give you a gift without repentance. So some folks don't have the anointing of the Holy Ghost. They just using their gift. But by the people being in fellowship with God and have a relationship with God, you sitting there listening to a motivator speaker.
That's it. That's it.
You ain't in relationship with God. So you can't man attach to a motivator speaker.
Yeah, and that's what they was doing on that video, saying amen to something that was foolish. That's just what it is. So the blind leading the blind. He creating what he is. That's just what it is. He's creating what he is. And it's a shame. I think our job today as ministers and people who really love the gospel, we got to call these fellas out when they out of order. He's out of order. He's a false prophet. And it's okay to say it. It's all right to say it.
Folk don't want order right now.
Don't.
You got folks in the church that want order right now. See, everywhere else can have order but the house of God.
Yeah, that's a shame.
In the house of God, folks they'll run, they'll flee. But it's training everywhere. It's training on your job. It's training in the school. So we can't let the house of God be disordered and do anything.
And say
You
anything.
cannot do it. You
That's right.
cannot do that, man.
Hey, Griff, we know
Sound
you
like
gotta
one.
go, but is there anything? What's your last final word about anything you could talk about? What you got coming up this week? You could talk about one of the hot dishes up there, and leave us with a quote, and we'll go and let you go.
Hey, man. Hey, okay. My wife, she back there coaching, man. She got me. She got that. She on it. She on it. Y'all know that the queen of my heart, and I gotta give her some honor while I'm here. I want to thank God for the queen of my heart. You know,
That's
she
right.
the crown of my head. She the crown of my head, and I couldn't do none of this without her. I
Mm.
couldn't do. I couldn't do grip without her. I'm talking about she my. I'm talking about and listen, we together every day from the time we wake up to the time we get home. But you know why we can do that? Because she my friend.
There you
That's
go.
right.
She my friend. You understand? It be like I'm with a partner. She my partner, my lover, my wife, and all that. So I'm with the best three people all of the day. All of the day. But if I gotta give you anything, I give you stay before God, man. Keep your heart to the word of God, man. It's just that simple. Grip ain't a mystery no more, man, because I follow the hand of God. And before I walk out, Holy Ghost, give me everything I need to succeed.
That's right.
Everything I need. And he'll lead you and he'll guide you. Because
That's
see, I'm
right.
out here now. God, I'm out here on the water now. So I gotta trust you. Which way I should go?
That's
Keep my
true.
heart straight. Keep my heart
That's
straight.
true.
You know, I'm going and see, I had to tell them keep my heart. I'm gonna let her go. Because now they come. Now they come to grip from all over the world. Mr. Grip, can I take a picture? Mr. Grip, can I take a picture? I can go over there. Hey, Mr. Grip, see, we gotta watch because God brought me here. Because see, sometimes we'll get caught up in the Mr. Grip. We'll get caught up in let me take a picture with you. I gotta stay
That's
humble before
right.
God.
That's right.
Right.
Stay humble. That's right.
Wherever God take y'all, and God gonna take y'all mainstream. Stay before God, son.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
before God, man.
Yes,
Give
sir.
God the praise. And he
Amen.
gonna
You
take
already
you
know.
gonna be big. Your YouTube gonna go up. You gonna be big. And I'm gonna be honored. I'm gonna say, you know what I'm gonna be able to say? I was the first guest on them boys. Hey, oh yeah, I was on for him, man. You know, I honor y'all, man. I've been rocking with the Lens for a minute, and I'm honored to be here tonight, man. Y'all have made my day. I'm honored,
I'm
man.
Hey,
pretty. I'm glad we was able to, man. We appreciate you, man. We love you. And like I said, man, we always doing something together, man. We look forward to the women's conference. I know it's gonna be tight. 2023, man. You're gonna be right there, man. We had a great time
No
this
doubt.
year, and it's always powerful, man. We've been going 10 years strong. I've been playing 10 years,
Look,
man, and I just know it,
look,
man.
bro,
You know,
you just fell in place. You just fell in place this year, and
yeah,
you brought it all together, man. You brought it all together. Pastor Joe,
yeah.
like, how that happen? I said, just trust God. He'll order your step. Bro, you've been a fan, man. We've been a fan of
there you go.
yours. The Reese family. The Reese family, man. Y'all adopted us. We part of the Reese family.
There you go. There you
There you
go.
go. That's right.
Man. Hey, one more thing before I go. MJ,
Yeah.
I was telling your little brother yesterday. It like we cracked the peanut shell and you came back, man.
He sure did.
MJ, MJ, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, man. Hey, he went from singing to talking. Golly.
All right, but we gonna let you go. Hey, please visit Grips, Metropolitan Parkway. Man, y'all got experience. It's more than just food.
That's right.
it's experience, man. Experience.
That's it.
So until next time, man. Love you. We'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
And peace and blessings, man. Love y'all,
All
boys.
right. All right. Oh man.
Hey, it's always,
Hey man.
you know,
I'm gonna tell you this.
I can remember when he was Deacon Brian.
Hey man.
You know, he was the minister, and he's blossomed.
Hey man.
Man, hey, you know, it's just it's behooving to see. It's a good thing to see. It doesn't matter how old you are, to walk into your purpose, man.
Hey man.
To be able to walk into your purpose, it doesn't matter age. Your purpose does not have an age, bro.
We gonna keep that logo up there.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right, man. It's what he touched on. It's full circle. That's why you get when you get people, and I'll say this publicly. His whole family.
Yes, sir.
Hey man.
Whole family.
Hey man.
Josiah.
Right. I mean, from the top to the bottom. And what he was speaking on, that's why you gotta let somebody like that, you gotta let them go. Because what he was speaking on it ties into everything we're doing. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about when things get tough, how to keep going. You talk about stepping out on faith.
You talking about step, and then look, you're talking about a humble man that would listen to his son.
Come on, man.
His son,
and then you tell his son
started it. Can't have the idea. He didn't say, "Oh, be quiet." It didn't come to him first because he's the father and his son.
Right.
He listened to his son and said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let me help you." You see how that go?
That's full circle.
That's full circle, bro.
It's so many teachable lessons in the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many teachable lessons in the story, man. So that's why you gotta let him go.
Gotta let him go.
You just gotta let him rock.
Yeah, he's like that every day.
Every day.
When you see him, that's him.
That's right.
Every day.
And you got the interview. That's why I say I have 1 or 2 questions because I already know what time it is.
That's right.
I already know what time it is. But man, that's first live guest, and I say, man, he knocked it out the park, man. It's nothing. It's nothing to say when you talking about basic instructions before leaving earth. That's just the title of the Bible. And when he said quit chastising. It's like anybody. If you chastise anything, how are you gonna bring them closer?
That's right. How you gonna bring them in?
Right.
So where's the teachable moment?
You gotta get on that level. And God has given us wisdom, intuition. He's also given us insight, foresight. So sometimes our approach can be a maker or breaker, bro. A maker or breaker.
And the thing about Mr. Brown, man, was great and unique. He is in the perfect spot that he can really change a generation because of who he is and where he is in Atlanta, and because who he is, and then he know who he belonged to. I talk about the 3 W's.
Then where he came from.
See, so he can relate. So see, this is how God do, bro. He can relate to the streets.
Come on with it. I know it
because he's from the streets. God using him to bring who he was to where he is now. You see how that go? But he had to step out on faith. Well, we got to realize when we have to step out on faith, our faith is connected to someone delivering.
That's right.
So that's why you can't have this is what we talk about. You cannot have a seeming and have self in the center. Because you have self in the center, it's like a chain. You can't pull nobody. He's able to pull young people. He's able to pull people out the streets. He's able to pull people with mental illness. He's able to pull people with some type of addiction because of who he is as a person, bro.
Right, and that's what it is.
And they can relate to him.
And he had to go through that. He had to go through everything to be who he is now. And then on another thing, like he said, hey, don't walk in front of the ladies. Because not only he's showing an example of I'm married and I hold my wife to the highest regard.
That's right.
So not only can I show you the streets, I can still show you how to love on one lady.
Come on, bro.
And then check this out. The same mindset and heart granddaddy had is in him.
Mm-hmm.
See, because you got to look at it. Like he said, it's about the people.
It's about the people.
And what did granddaddy had the right to vote.
That's right.
But his people didn't have the right to
That's
vote.
right.
So it's just like he don't have the right to vote. And that's just like that.
You see that? No, see, talking about men that don't have the self-interest. See that?
Come on, man.
Self-interest, bro. When you don't have self-interest, more impact on the world. Man. Come on, bro.
Come on.
Come on.
That's
no, bro, I dare you go to grips and sit down and talk to that man.
Right.
Talk to him about his life.
Right.
Where he came from, where he at.
Right.
Come on, bro. You talking about like he said he out on that water. That's faith.
That's faith. I'm in the water.
I'm in the water. Where you want him to go?
That means I'm dependent solely on you.
Solely on you.
Oh, man.
Like he said,
we miss that.
We missed that. Like he said, it was hard. What Grenade used to say, after every night there comes a day. He didn't throw in the towel. Grip didn't throw in the towel. Think about it. An opportunity came from the throwing the towel, but he said, no.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep it going.
That's right.
We ain't throwing in the towel. We're going to see the night through. Now look, they done broke. Look at it. Sun shining on grips. You get what I'm saying?
And said they was going. The song said we was going to give it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Now you're looking for a second
location. Come on. Overflow. See, God be using, he be testing you, bro.
And I'll say this for people, that watch our show, we can go left or right. As you can see, we can talk about politics, we can talk about the word, we can talk about relationships, we can talk about Black Wall Street, we can go anywhere we want to go. But the significance about the show ties into everything that we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you need a real in-face live example.
That's right.
Because they consider us we younger. Mm-hmm. But when you see somebody that's seasoned,
that's right.
And can say what them brothers talking about, who are 15, 20 years younger than me,
they tell the truth.
They tell the truth.
Look, well, he married, right? He married to a wife, right? What he say? He will be where he is. Look, he brought her lemon. She gave lemonade.
There you go.
She run the kitchen. I was up there yesterday.
She run.
Never run. Best believe it. You hear me, MJ?
I understand.
Best believe that's what wives do. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what wives do. You bring them something and say, look, this is what God is leading me to do. Guess what she do? She latch on. I got your back.
I got you.
See, we got wives like that. We understand, but we don't know nothing.
And I'm going to put it down. Was it Proverbs 18:22? He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. That's the NIV version.
That's right.
He who finds the wife. Right. Because that means that she's a wife when I found her.
She was a wife when I found her.
I just give her my last name.
She's already a wife. She's walking in there. You got to marry her. He didn't say he's a friend who marries and makes her a wife.
He didn't say fiance.
He didn't say fiance. No, he said wife. Because you know what she's going to add to you, bro. Mm-hmm. She's not going to subtract. She's going to add, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right, bro.
These men, it's some great men out in the world doing great things that got great women right with them.
Right with them. And they give them all, and they give them credit.
Yeah, but guess what? They won't have Melba and Mr. Brown at the White House.
Oh, no.
They won't make a stallion then. Speaking for us as black people. They won't, and then what we do, you see that knucklehead, the pastor, where he was talking about self-innocent.
Right.
I wonder where his wife was at.
That's what I meant to say. I'm glad you said that.
I wonder where his wife was at. I wonder if he got a wife. And if he do, I wonder what she said to him. But you done told the people, because I ain't got a watch, because I ain't got this, I ain't got that, I ain't got this, that y'all don't love me. Serious? Mm-hmm. If you believe ministries like that, something wrong with you. Mm-hmm. If you believe in pastors like that, something wrong with you.
Facts.
Now, if you gave the pastor some on your own will, that's okay. I believe pastors and men of God and women of God should have nice things.
Yeah.
But what I do not believe is that you get in the pulpit and tell the people you don't love me because I don't have these things.
Right.
That's where you're going wrong.
And you criticize.
And you criticizing them. Now, I said it, I don't care. False prophets.
Right. Now watch this. This is another one. Now, look at this.
Oh boy. It make church look bad.
Bishop Whitehead offers $1 million to fight B.L.E. in the boxing match.
Come on.
Now, if y'all know who Bishop Whitehead is, he's the guy, he's the bishop that was robbed live in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And B.L.E. had some choice words about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop didn't like it. So he just put I want to say he did this yesterday. He put a TikTok post, an Instagram post, and he pretty much told D.L. Hughley, meet me in the boxing ring. And he said, me and my team are going to put $1 million up.
Look at that.
For me and you fight.
Look at that.
I haven't heard D.L. Hughley respond.
D.L. ain't going to respond to that.
I don't know if he did or not, but the leaders, man.
Come on, bro. I guarantee you, I might be wrong for this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
We got $1 million to fight B.L.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many kids in his church got Sunday school books.
Come on, man.
I wonder what are you instilling in those kids for them to be Bible ready for this world.
Mm-hmm.
Then worry about what D.L. is.
Right.
And you talking about putting up $1 million.
$1 million. $1 million.
Come on. $1 million. Come on, man. Come on.
But
come on.
It coincides with what we're saying. We put a lot of faith and trust. Part of the reason we should. We really should.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to see examples of life. But at the same time, sometimes some of us ministers are dropping the ball.
Yes.
Dropping the ball because we are participating in things that we don't need to participate in. It's always a certain statute and an integrity that you're supposed to carry yourself with, especially in the public. When you're in the public eye, you can't do certain things. You can't participate in the rhetoric like that, man.
You can't, bro.
You can't. I know sometimes, and you are human.
Yeah.
So, you're going to have the same feelings.
Now, B.L. would have came in the church ready to knock you out. Now, I don't blame you defending
yourself. Right, now, yeah, you defend yourself.
That B.L. going to get knocked out.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
I don't disagree with it. But to me, before he would have got to the pastor, the deacon should have knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, for you to go say you're going to put $1 million, your team, this and that, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. We just, what we doing?
Too far.
What we doing?
It's going too far. Too far.
These young pastors, some of them got tightened up.
Yeah.
We want things, now the gospel industry today is so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And spirit is not dwelling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it used to.
That's fact.
That's real. It's so entertaining now.
That's fact.
You don't in the gospel industry now. You don't know if you're looking at the B.E.T. Awards or the Stellar Award.
Right.
Everything is so cloudy now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now look, now we got beef.
Right.
We got beef in the gospel.
In the gospel beef.
Come on, bro.
Gospel beef.
Gospel beef. Come on, man.
Oh man. Oh, we out of time. This can go all day, but man, this can go all day, but we appreciate y'all joining us, man. Special shout out to Grips.
Yes, sir.
Grips.
Hey, man,
go ahead, bro.
When you go to Grips, man, make sure you get the tenders. I think it's the honey lemon pepper.
Honey lemon pepper, yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, but it's gonna do something to you.
Yeah.
I had it yesterday. Matter of fact, no, I ordered the wings. Wings good too.
And I was gonna say I had the wings.
AJ had the honey lemon pepper.
And you tried.
I tried it. I said, AJ, hey bro, you might have come up off there right now.
Now, hey, go Google Grips. Look, go Google Grips Good Eats and Sweets and look at the menu and the pictures. Mm-hmm. It is very unique, but it is very delicious. Very. I promise y'all, man. It's like no other. And like I said, you get the red carpet when you go in there. You feel it. It's like family. They're gonna greet you. The guy you saw, he's gonna be there. His wife's gonna be there. The
atmosphere is lovely.
It really is, man. It really is. So we appreciate him joining us. That's our first live guest. He knocked it out the park.
And we're gonna continue this, man. We believe in Black Wall Street. You know, We believe in highlighting black businesses, black professionals. Anything you doing that's for the black community, man, we're gonna have you on the show. We decided we know a lot of people. Right. You know, and a lot of times, you know, what we do, sometimes we don't want to bother nobody. Right. But my brother and I, we've decided to, we finna bother some people. Man. We finna have you on the show. Yeah. We ain't gonna have ain't no egos. Right. We gonna make it happen, man. And we just want to show what we in the black community is doing, man. This is something my grandfather would love that we're doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we want to continue to circulate the black dollar, or start circulating the black dollar. You know, the thing when we talk about Black Wall Street, one thing about Black Wall Street that's very unique. Black Wall Street, the dollar circulated within that community 7.5 times before it left. Now it only circulate one time in our community. And you wonder why we don't have black wealth. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? 7.5 times, man, before it left the community. Right. That's right. That has to change in our community.
That means I took my dollar, went to the grocery store, the black grocery store.
That's right.
Some bread, and he took that, and he went to the black bank, deposited, and then
so they got paid. There's the black store. So we have to do that. Creates wealth within the neighborhood, in the community. So we're gonna start telling people, like next week we're gonna have one of my classmates, the kid on here. She's a real estate agent, and she's a broker. Mm-hmm. She got a license to be a broker too. So we're gonna have people on here that look. If you decide to buy a house, go through her. You know, she gonna be on the show, man. We're gonna start every week. We're gonna have someone on here that has some type of business or that's in a profession that makes the dollar circulate within the black community, man. And it's gonna be a lovely thing if we truly talk about having a black community at the top of the importance of our life. Come on, man, we're gonna highlight them.
And we're gonna thank
Kimberly Reese, my wife. Look so pretty. Thank you for giving us a health tip of the week. We're looking forward to the next one next week.
And especially us men, sometimes we drop the ball with our health, so we got to keep it on one accord. So we thank Kim, and she's a registered nurse, y'all. So
yes, matter of fact, she just graduated MP.
Yeah. So
you know. Yeah. So you see that? You can be married. You can have kids.
Going there,
I'm finna go here. Before I get off this show, I got to speak against something.
Go ahead, bro.
A lot of times in our community, when we're young, they say, do not get married, live your life. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? When you get all your dreams and everything you want to do is out the door. Mm-hmm. That is a lie. I was 23, my wife was 25. Guess what? She's went to school. She's done things that she wanted to do, and I support her, and she does, and she supports me. You get what I'm saying? Kids, let me tell you something. In this life that we live, it's better to be with a person that loves you unconditionally through this life than they being alone. Mm-hmm. You best believe that. Because guess what? One thing guaranteed that everything go right. Mama and daddy gonna die. Grandma and grandmama gonna die. You're gonna put them in the ground. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna be with your child that you can say, you know what, they love each other. I've been here on this earth. They've been together 20, 30 years, and I can go and go to sleep knowing that they gonna continue their life and be happy. Mm-hmm. That's the greatest thing that you can ask God for. Not, I want to graduate from college, or I want them to do this and that. No, say I want them to live a life with someone that loves them unconditionally. Mm-hmm. That should be the first thing on your mind. And that's what I teach my kids. My daughter, I teach her to be a wife, and I'm raising my son to be a husband, and to look for that. Mm-hmm. When they get out of school or high school, 21, 22, 23, man, you better be looking. Yeah. Have your eyes open for that wife, young man. Yeah, and guess what? Faith, have your mind and your life together that a husband, a man would want to make you his wife. Mm-hmm. Simple as that, bro. A lot of people might disagree with you, but I don't care.
Yeah, don't care. I do everything you said. Hey, so we will be back next week. Y'all check our personal segments out. Y'all been, I can't say nothing. Y'all been in tune. Y'all been participating. So we appreciate our love, and we appreciate everything y'all been doing. Keep subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification button. Like I said, we got some things coming up. So be on the lookout for that. We actually finna talk to some people. Start planning next year's FB Reese Day. Yes, sir. That's coming up March 21st of next year with that weekend. So we'll keep everybody posted, keep everybody announcement. And if you're out of town, you want to come for every Reach weekend and say, I'm gonna take that drive. Put your family in the car and say, guess what? You been hearing about Martin Luther King? Okay, cool. You been hearing about John Lewis? Cool. You hear about Freddie Douglass? Cool. Let me show you something. Let me introduce you to the person that had a full connection of the whole civil rights and voting rights.
That's right. The chief orchestrator.
The chief orchestrator, and then not only that, you will know us, and we'll come and we'll give you a tour, and then that your children and your grandchildren, your auntie, your niece, your nephew will remember that to the day they die. I promise they're gonna say that man in that picture, the one you don't know about, they probably know about him in. I firsthand heard some things about him and know the whole connection. So, go ahead.
And before we leave, man, take those words Brown said. Think about what he said. It got hard, but they endured.
There you go.
I would say this: anybody who's in school, who's starting a business, who have an idea, know that it's gonna be hard. But guess what? Pull through. Keep pushing, man. Because at the end of the tunnel, they gonna break. That's at right. The end of the day, at the end of the night, there is a day. And if it was worth starting, it's worth finishing.
There you go.
That's all I got to say, man.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reed's.
We march.